Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Prison Architect, returning to the Gangland prison. And I am noticing, taking a look at things, that the outer area here is not particularly well lit, so I probably should do something about that. I'll go ahead and add some lights in here. And I'm actually thinking, maybe I even move the weight benches over a little bit to allow for lights over here. Although, you know what? It doesn't really matter if the lights are over here either. And then I'll see how that lights the area up. And we also need lights at various points. Put a couple like that. We'll put one here. And I guess we could do them at kind of even intervals across the middle here, although this looks relatively well lit here. So put one here, one here, one here, and one there. You know what? Cancel that one. And we'll put the light here instead. Alright. Also, we need to start setting up the armory. So, armory. Still working on that. How many more hours? We've got about a little over an hour before that's done. Okay. I guess I could work on the security room. Still haven't gotten this finished. A lot of things are waiting to be finished, though, so maybe I'll just wait. Because we're still working on the perimeter out here. Which is going to take quite a lot of time. But it's progressing along. Right now, we just don't have enough workers to get everything done like we need it to be done. I have utilities to hook up. I have... Looks like the power is hooked up. Alright, so we're getting there. Alright, so office desk, chair, filing cabinet. Okay. Go ahead and get those going. Usually that ding-a-ling means that you've finished something, which is the armory. So I'm going to go ahead and start rolling. You know what, we'll cancel that again. And we'll roll body armor, then tasers when we get a chance. Okay, and then we can go ahead and set up, and might as well have time tick while we do this, because we do need that. Okay, so there's the armory. In the armory, we need a table, which I will put over here. And then we need weapon racks and guard lockers. Okay, well, let's first start with the weapon racks. So, weapon. And put one here and one there. And then for the lockers, we'll do a row of lockers like that. You know what? I'm going to cancel those. Because I want to have the space look nice. It's not really necessary, but... And then we'll do that. There's the lockers. Okay, that's set up. Now we need stuff for the security room. So first I'd like the office, desk, And we're going to rotate that around. We'll put 1, 2. I'm actually overkilling this just because I like the idea of more facilities for the guards. And then we're going to need chairs. Okay. And I'm going to grab a sofa just because I feel like it. And we'll put one there. I think this is the right way around. It's kind of hard to tell. That's the wrong way around. Yeah, that's the right way around. Put a couple in there. And then I need the surveillance stuff, which we haven't done. We're not done researching, so we'll have to just wait for that. Okay. And right now, everybody's on their sleep schedule, so they're all in there. Alright, so we do have some of the lights in here. And we're actually getting close to daylight, so... Ooh, I don't have intake, do I? I do. I need to turn that off immediately. That was almost a no-no. I don't need another 25 prisoners just yet. Alright, well, we'll deal with the lighting situation in the next night so we get a better idea of what it's like. Okay. Once we have this area off, I can restrict it from prisoners, so they won't be able to get in this area at all. Still waiting for a door over here to be done. We're also waiting to get routes for the dogs. I still have 3 grants going, right? Yes. We're just waiting on the armed guards before that one completes. And we'll be ready to go. So I might as well speed things up while the wall continues to get built here. How are needs being addressed? Alright, so recreation is a big thing, and we're getting on that. I mean, we have a common room. And then spirituality is, I guess, the next best thing that we need to address. Okay, well, I think I'm going to get on building the school and the chapel here soon, and I'm probably going to put it over here. But for now, let's continue. As soon as we get this done, the better. Still catching people. But we haven't had an outbreak of violence in a while, so I think some of the methods we're doing are working. We're keeping weapons out of their hands with the metal detectors. I probably should do a shakedown at some point. But I want to make sure we have some other things being worked on before that happens. Alright, so surveillance is done. I guess we can go ahead and do that. I mean, we paid for it, so why not? So now working on body armor. Alright, so now that surveillance is done, we can... I don't remember what the... what the camera control thing is under. Yeah, monitor. That's what we want. I also could do phone taps. That's not something I've really done before. We'll set up a couple of these. Maybe even 3. And then maybe we could put phone taps and other things. That would let me know if, you know, prisoners are trying to hand things off or any of that. Alright, so we're getting this going. Can we actually hire the armed guards yet? It does look like I can, even though the armory isn't finished. So we'll go ahead and grab 2, because that's all I think we need for the grant. Yes, okay, so deployment, armed patrols. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 in this area and 1 in this area. Okay. And there's that grant done. All right, let's see what other grants we can get. All right, so we've got max security infrastructure. Okay, body armor, tasers, build a CCTV monitor in place. Okay, so that's something I'm going to want to do anyway, and I'm working towards it. That takes time. That takes time. That's insane. I could do crackdown on drugs. I might have already grabbed enough drugs. I don't know if it accumulates things or not, but I think what I'd like to do is this because I'm already working on it. But I don't know. I'm tempted either way. It's going to be a while before I get cell block B done because I need to get the next cell block built before we're going to have that. The long-term investment is still 106 hours away, so we have a while before that will be done. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the max security because I can't be sure that the crackdown on drugs will happen fast enough. So we'll do that. And now I need the cameras themselves. So here they are. And we're going to want to have cameras in areas we don't. I am going to put one. Ooh, I see another Polaroid. We'll take a look at that in a second. Ooh, we've got planning here that I want to. Okay, so that's the right way around. I'll put one here. And one here. And we'll put one in the kitchen. I don't think this blocks movement. If it does, that's my mistake, but put one in the kitchen. We'll put one here. And one here. And the canteen. Put a couple in the cell block area. It does look like some flooring maybe didn't get finished. I'm kind of curious here. So materials. Okay, I think that's actually the way it was supposed to be. It just looks kind of weird to the point that I almost want to finish it. But I'm going to let it go for now. Okay, so back to what we were working on, which is the cameras. And we want, again, one here and one here. And then one there. We want one definitely in the laundry room area. So place that camera. I think it's the right way around. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah, I think that's the right way around. Put one in there. All right. Monitors are set up. Okay, so these need electricity, so let's grab utilities. All right, it looks like all we have to do is just drag that down, and we'll be good. And Oh, I never did get the filing cabinets, huh? Okay, so filing cabinets, objects, filing cabinet. We'll put one here, and we'll also put a couple down there. Okay. And the wall is done, so I feel like I can hire more dogs here. So let's get the kennel. Dog crate, that's what it was called. Okay. Okay. And then I don't think I can hire any more dogs. Oh, actually it doesn't give me a limit, does it? Alright, well, we'll hire 10. We should get in the things to get them to sleep eventually. And then deployment. Dog patrol. Okay, so you're going to go from here. Actually, I lie. You're going to go into the inner path. Inner path. Through here. Through here. Through here. To here. Then we're going to have another one that focuses on this area behind the cell blocks. Okay, so let's assign dogs. So we've got one here, another one there, another one there. This is going to require a lot of dogs, but we'll get it going eventually. And then one down here. Okay. And then we need 1, 2. And then I'm going to remove one dog from there. So we're just going to have the one dog in this area. And then the armed guards. Okay, I like that. So we're double doing areas that they may do have tunnels. All right. And then we'll hire more dogs once we get the chance. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can have up to 14. And I will go ahead and grab them then. So 4. All right. And then armed guards. I'm going to go ahead and hire. I think I'm going to have 5 on hand. And then that way we always have somebody on there. And then also I'm going to up the armed patrols. So we're going to have a total of 3 out there at all time. Now we need logistics and actually no, deployment, staff only. This area, staff only. And just to be safe, that area is also staff only. Okay, that should take care of that. All right. And hopefully this should deal with the contraband issues that we may have. And also tunnels and other things. Okay, now we need to start hooking up the cameras. All the cameras I have so far should have power. So all we need to do is assign them to a monitor. So let's go ahead and go to connect. And I'm going to have this lower one do all the cameras in this area. Okay. This next one, we're going to do these cameras. I also need a camera in the medical ward. So we'll get that going here in a second. While I'm thinking about it, I might as well. So we need one in the medical ward. I'll put it right there. And we'll assign that to that when it gets to that. And I'm not going to put one in the solitary area. We always have a guard in here, so I think that will be okay. All right, so we've got that. Now we need to do the next place. So we'll have this one take care of the canteen and the kitchen and the common room. And that way we're not overstressing the... And I'm going to deploy guards so there's always 3 in here, so we're always on that. Okay, well that looks good. And then we did have that Polaroid. Okay, they are enjoying themselves in the common room. And do we do the phone tap? I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to think about that. It would be nice. All right. But I'm not going to worry about it right this second. Let's worry about some other things right now. Okay, now that we have a lot of that done... Oh, and I do want a camera over in the cleaning cupboard, now that I think about it. So go ahead and have that right there. And when those get installed, I'll make sure to hook them up. All right, so... Next thing I want to do is the school and chapel. So first things first, let's grab some concrete tiles here and just do that. And then let's go into planning mode here while we think about this. So we do something about this size. Maybe even bigger. Like that size. And then we cut it roughly in half. So this is 23. So at 11. All right. So that's going to be this wall. All right. Should be cut in half. So we've got 11 and 11. All right. So if this were our chapel and this... Oh, actually, I need to bring that back a little bit. Okay, so if that were our chapel and this were our school, for instance, what would we need for a school? It'd be desks and student desks and a office desk. An office desk are 2, and we'd also probably need a chair. Okay, so with that in mind, and student desks are what? Student school desk, okay. They're too big as well. Okay, so if we were to grab objects and we were to do something like this, how many student desks could we fit in here? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm probably going to be able to fit a number of rows in here. Okay. And we'll put the teacher's desk, yeah, roughly in the middle. So that's a teacher's desk. Wow. We're losing a lot of money, but it's because of the body armor. Okay, so we've got 4 rows of 6 student desks. So that's probably pretty good, 24 students overall. And I think any grant that we would want would ask for 20, right? 20 school desks. So that's plenty. That body armor is really costing us a lot of money, but it keeps the guards safe, so I'm happy to see that. Hopefully this isn't a problem. Okay, so after we're done with that, then we have the chapel area, which probably doesn't need to be this big. The school, yeah, that needs to be this big, but the chapel maybe not. So let's take a look at the objects, and we need pews. And pews are, looks like 4 big. So with that in mind, We'll go ahead and have the time run while we do this. We have... Well, we'll just do it back here anyway. 4 big. And then 4 big. And it'll leave us a nice pathway down the middle. 4 big. 4 big. Okay. So far, so good. So I could probably cut this down in size a little bit. But I don't need to cut it down that much. Alright, so there's our pews or prayer mat areas. And then we have the altar, which I think is either 2 or 3 big. I don't really remember. How big is it? Let's see. Altar. Oh, okay. So if we rotated that, it is 3 wide. You know what? If we want to make this perfectly symmetrical, what we'd want to do then is planning objects. Do this instead. Have this be like that. All right, so we will use the same size. So this is going to be either, and then we have the altar itself, but it's like that. So we're going to probably want to cut this back a little bit. There we go. So that would be our, all right, so that looks like a good size for the chapel / school. Why are we running such a deficit? Is it because of how many staff we have? I did hire a bunch, I realize. Okay, well, we're going to need more prisoner intake immediately, or as soon as possible, let's put it that way. Okay, utilities. We do have some cameras that need hooked up. So it was this one that was supposed to get the medical ward, if I remember correctly. So we're going to go ahead and connect that on it. And then we need one more camera hooked up, and that's this one. And that should be everything. Okay. All right, we need more prisoner intake because I did kind of go a little bit crazy with the staff. So let's start planning here. So how big is our prisoner? It's been a while since I've made one of these. So it's looks like 25 by 26. Let's confirm that. 25 by 26. Okay. So if I were to come up here, put another cell block. All right, so how far away are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so if I were to come up here and be roughly 4 away, 1, 2, 3, 4, then I would go off here, and then I would want 25 by 26. Like that. I think, if I remember incorrectly, that was the dimensions. Yeah, 25 tall by 26. Yeah. And that's what we did, if I remember. Yeah, okay, good. Then we cut out the door in the middle, which would be be there. Okay. It should be in the middle. Because we've got... Yeah, good. That's in the middle. And then... we're also going to have other entrances besides. So maybe I didn't need to think that through so much. And I could have time play as we do this. To allow... Oh, I guess that's one camera too many. They can't... They have to leave one camera or something. I don't know what was going on there. Okay, anyway. We're going to need... How are we doing the prisons? I mean, the cells? We're doing it like that? Okay, so... draw it out like this. And then we cut these out for a door. And then we have another... series of cells here, and we cut out for a door, and then we do how many cells? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, So just keep going here. And I need to learn to stop pausing. Okay. And then do that out. Okay, so there's our cells. Then we need this area for the shower. We just cut that out. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now we just need to cut out the doors for the cells, and we pretty much have our next cell block planned out. Oh, I also have to set up the rest of the cells here. On the sides. There we go. Oops. There we go, that's better. Alright, now we need to cut these doors out. Uh-oh. There is a tunnel. Not actually sure what you do with these. Why would there be a tunnel over here? That's like a really far away from anywhere that they would be tunneling, right? I don't know if there's anything I can do here. When they say, hey, there's a tunnel over here, unless it actually gets uncovered. I mean, that's one thing that I never really got any indication of in the tutorial of something that you can do. It doesn't let me click on it. There's nothing I can do here. Nothing I can do here. Nothing anywhere that I am aware of with the intelligence. Ooh, interesting. Gangs. Ah, so there's some people that we know are in gangs, and it looks like we've got a blue gang and a red gang in our prison. Okay, but we only have identified a few of them. Alright, so we've got these guys and these guys. Alright, doesn't look like I get any more information on that. Anything under emergencies? I don't think so. Okay, so I don't really know what I do when we have something like this, other than maybe we do a, at night or sometime. Let's see. Well, where are we in the regime right now? We are at the work period and free time. All right, well, you know what? I think it's, okay. Shakedown time. Okay. Now you got me distracted, game. Okay, so I think it's time for the foundation here. I'm gonna make this out of concrete. And then we're gonna need the doors. All right. And the more stuff we find, the better. And I guess we can start this foundation too, while I think about it. Give our workforce things to do. And then we need, you know, I set it up as a one door. You know, I'm going to change that. I'm instead going to do a large door. And here we'll put it here. You know what? Yeah, I don't know if I like that or not. For the school, I'll just do a normal door. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Objects. I'm going to change that. So get rid of that. Instead, we're going to do two jail doors. You know what? Even that I don't like. I'm going to do two normal doors. There we go. Alright. Hopefully the foundation gets built properly. We'll have to see. I did kind of mess things up quite a lot there. But the faster we get more intake, the better. And we're going at pretty slow speed. We might as well speed things up here. That's a lot of stuff we're finding here. Nothing that really strikes me. I mean, the shank is bad. And the club is bad. And the scissors is bad. But a lot of this other stuff, I'm not really particularly all that worried about. Cigarettes and booze is not that big of a deal. Cell phone can be an issue, but again, lighter, they can light themselves on fire, so that's bad. Drugs is bad. Yeah, I mean, all of this is bad stuff. But cigarettes, I'm not really, and cell phones is not as big of a concern for me, I think. Okay. This is almost built. In any case, I think it's a good point to put a cut in the video. Actually, it went a little bit longer than I usually go. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.